Joe in real life, squat every day, 117. I'm in beautiful Bonaventure Cemetery. I've been slack with walking Bonaventure lately, mostly because I've been getting up too early and they're not open. I don't like stressing out the groundskeepers. They're really cool. You wouldn't know that for any reason, but they're really cool here. And, they'll let you in early, but it feels rude. I don't know. I'm facing the wrong way. I got my Pete the Cat mug, having some coffee, taking a walk. Okay, so hear me out. I've been watching The Leftovers on HBO Max. And I know what you're probably thinking right now. Like, are you gonna do a show review? Like, dude, we just subscribed to your channel. We're not here for that. and man, I get it. Like, nobody cares what you're binging right now. I absolutely get that. But The Leftovers is really good. And I haven't heard anything about it. Like, there's 3 seasons. And there's been no buzz. If there's been buzz, it hasn't come my way. And I really like The Leftovers. I just really like it. I really like the cast. There are a lot of actors that I'm familiar with, but I've never really particularly stood out in anything. And they're just fucking acting their asses off. They are killing this story. It's a simple enough story. It's kind of a Left Behind story. And maybe it's not so popular because people get religious-y Left Behind vibes off it. It's a totally secular story with some religious themes. But if anything, I think it's pretty anti-God. Basically, the premise, and I'll make this quick, I promise, is that 2% of the world's population disappears. They just vanish at random. And the world goes fucking cuckoo afterwards. And why I love it is there's this great tension between 2 conflicting ideas. One is like, holy shit, 2% of the population disappeared. A magic event took place. And it can't fit in our heads. It can't fit in the brain. And then the other idea is, it's only 2%, man. Like, 2% of anything's expendable, you know? Like, that's awful and ugly to say, but it's like 2%. We've had bigger global tragedies than that, you know? Non-magical, of course. And so, yeah, like I've been watching that. I've been just burning a lot of my leisure time binging a show. And it sucks because, I feel like weak and helpless and against it. Like, I'm going to do my workout and I'm going to watch an episode. I know I am. On to other news. I feel my blues creeping back in. And it's probably nothing, but like the last 2 or 3 mornings, I wake up with a little sadness in my heart. And maybe it's the sad themes in the show I'm watching right before bed. It could be. But also, last year was a real sticky year and a real hard year for me with mental health concerns. And it was more than I could handle at points, by quite a bit. And I'm scared. I get scared because I'll have a sad couple days and I'm like, oh shit, is it coming back? Am I going back to crazy town? What do I do? And I know what to do, get to a meeting, get good sleep, get good food, get exercise. I know I'm going to be okay, but I still get scared. So today, I am sore. Bum bum, surprise! I am sore. And I feel a little weird. I'm gonna do some squats. Coming up next. And I might just call it at Squats today. I have a staff party. I'm gonna introduce my coworkers to my lovely girlfriend. And I have a friend coming into town later whose Nana may be dying, is likely dying. And she's having a real hard time with that. You might meet her tomorrow. I might put her in the video. We'll see. Wouldn't that be weird? That's a good idea, actually. Later tonight, I owe you a yoga video, but honestly, it might get delayed a day. Kind of got a lot on my plate now that I'm thinking about it. I'm going to do my level best to get it out tonight, but we will see. I reserve the right to delay a day. Stay tuned, guys. Hey, I love you. Thanks for tuning in. And, you know, I don't think I'm very interesting, really. So, if you do, that's really flattering, and I really appreciate you. I'll see you in a second. So it occurred to me while I was squatting that I may have made light of other people's mental health concerns, depression, you know, which certainly wasn't my intention at all. You know, like, what do the kids call it? It's like microaggression, you know, where you clumsily make some statement and end up, you know, hurting or degrading somebody. And, you know, I definitely didn't mean to do that. What I'm experiencing is not depression. It's kind of a low-grade sadness, a sort of constant hum of mild despair. Depression's another thing entirely. From the outside looking in, they can appear pretty similar. But when you're sitting in it, they're worlds apart, you know? Lots of people have said a lot of really wise things about depression, and I'm not going to try and heap on that. Oh, I'm doing my ab wheel. This is what I do between sets. I do a little ab wheel, keep my midline stable. It works okay. Also, it's a piece of garbage equipment that most people just look past. You can get one of those at Target or anywhere really, and they're totally worth it. But yeah, back to my topic at hand. You know, I'm not trying to say something about depression other than the fact that when I get these sort of moods, these Winnie the Pooh kind of little dark rain cloud moods, or perhaps more aptly Eeyore, I suppose, I get scared, you know, because I have had depressive bouts in the past, very, very rarely. And I'm afraid that this is like a warning sign of that. Now, is that fear warranted? Like, if I'm fearlessly honest, no, it isn't at all. You know, like when I have had those bouts, there have been no warnings. But some part of my animal mind is like, maybe this is a warning, and maybe you're going down that road. And in reality, it almost never works that way. And if I'm objective about my experience rather than emotional, I know that to be true. You know, I got the blues. I'm kind of overwhelmed. My body kind of hurts. Yada, yada, yada. There's a list of minor complaints, and they're kind of compiled and cascading. It's making me a little sad. Oh, boo-hoo, baby, right? Like, but that's not what depression is. You know, depression, you don't have any hands on the wheel. None at all. You know, it's in control. Maybe that's all I want to say about it. So, I'm doing my box squats. And last week I worked up to 250 times 5. This week I only got to 225. Interestingly, I failed to film the 225 because my camera froze. I have zero complaints about the new Pixel. It's been treating me really well. But yeah, it froze. Maybe I have too many windows open or something. Who's to say why? Whatever the case, I was not even close to getting up to 250. 225 felt pretty rough. And yeah, honestly, I was happy to call it. You know? I ran out of video again. But yeah, I was happy to call it. 225 felt completely merciful. You know, it went up. I didn't love it, but my body hurts. And that's more than good enough, you know? I got no right to ask for more. I was on my feet for 12 hours catering yesterday. And my old man body has got no end of complaints. What else? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it for today. This is Joe in real life. I love you guys. Be good to each other. I'm going to try hard to do the same. I'll see you tomorrow.